Okay, this is crazy. First, I want to preface this with a massive thank you to RobDEV, the big guy behind the revival of Pixel Gun World. He's probably the most based being around. Alright, so the classic Cube Car channel fans may remember, if you guys are even still around, that I was a big Pixel Gun fella back in the day. I would upload the absolute worst review videos of weapons and like random glitches I did that I literally just stole from other people's YouTube channels. But the most important part of all that is that I was a huge Pixel Gun guy. I absolutely adored Pixel Gun in like the early to middle era. And like Pixel Gun's like 10 years old now. Like, holy moly. A couple of years ago, I had a big falling out with the game. Like, it was always pay to win, but like I was just kind of getting sick of it, and it was getting more and more pay to win, and it was just, it wasn't really what it used to be anymore. Like, after the Cyber season, which I think was like the second overall battle pass, I realized that I just didn't really like where Pixel Gun was going anymore. Like I said, they introduced modules and bots and completely destroyed the movement. Like, they completely reworked it, which was horrible. The game just felt like it was falling apart for me, and I realized all it was doing was just siphoning money from me at that point. However, I'm still grateful that it happened. Like, I'm grateful that I played, because I'm far more aware of when that sort of thing is happening to me in a game, or I don't really play those games, even if they're interesting. I've moved to games that are more fun and fair, and aren't just money printers or clearly exploiting their players. And, I mean, this is not to say that I despise Pixel Gun now. It was like a major part of my life, and I still love it. But I fell in love with, like, classic Pixel Gun, not whatever Pixel Gun is now. So you bet when I found out that Dr. Robert Developer was cooking up a non-pay-to-win classic Pixel Gun for PC, I was literally, like, jumping for joy. My first game I ever played on Pixel Gun World, I already knew it was going to be heat. It was like the food critic dude from Ratatouille. It was like an instant nostalgia blast. It was like so cool to be playing Pixel Gun on like not a touchscreen and on 144 hertz. Like it was incredible. If you're a Pixel Gun fan or ever were at any point, seriously, like Pixel Gun World is literally the best Pixel Gun game out at the moment. It is incredible. and I'd still say that, even if I'm not going to say what I'm about to say here. I made 3 custom weapons for this game. The Fate, the Mave-rick, and the Moonhawk. Ever since I was a wee lad with an iPad and an internet connection, I constantly daydreamed about making a custom Pixel Gun that looked official. I had a ton of original creation weapons rattling around in my head that I've always wanted to like Pixel Gunify and see in the actual game, but obviously that would never happen. First of all, I was no 3D modeler, and I barely understood how Wi-Fi worked at that point.
Magic.
When Pixel Gun World released, though, I loved it. I was literally playing it every single day, and I still kind of do. But I didn't really think about making my childhood dream become a reality. First off, Pixel Gun World is only being developed by one dude, the big man Rob, and I kind of assumed that because of that, he already had enough to do, and that suggesting my custom stuff to be added was a bit selfish, so I forgot about it. Until Rob said that he'd be down to add custom content. Literally the instant I read that, boom, another Ratatouille food critic moment. My brain was like, this is it, Cube Man, and I was like, holy moly. My brain hyper-fixated on the possibilities, and I jumped right into Magic of Voxel and Blockbench to make it happen. The first was the Mave-rick, and I'll admit I stayed up for an entire week straight making and refining it from the ground up. I learned so much in that time, and honestly, it was some of the most fun I've had learning something in quite a while. The closer I got to being done, the happier I got. And when I was finished, it was the most rewarding feeling ever. I couldn't believe I had made something that looked so good, and it could even be mistaken for an official Pixel Gun. I had never modeled before, and I had no idea what a UV map even was, but I figured it out, stuck with it even when it felt impossible, and I got it done. It was such an incredible feeling. so I decided to do it 2 more times. Each of the 3 weapons are my OC's weapons, with the Mave-rick being QB's, the cube guy in my profile picture, the Moonhawk being Times, a cube OC that I haven't drawn yet, or actually I have, but the software crashed, and the Fate being Sta-Tix, QB's nemesis. The Mave-rick is a suppressed laser pistol, which is lightweight, hard-hitting, and extremely modular, making it a good pick for assassins like QB. The Moonhawk is like a makeshift shotgun sniper hybrid, which blasts wavelengths of light through a prism, which would either melt or severely blind opponents, and was meant for like sneaking up and taking out other dimensional beasts in really dark environments who are sensitive to light. The Fate is an SMG that shoots liquid metal sparks, and is very lightweight and fast. However, due to this, it has a very low capacity, and you might get stuck reloading in someone's face. It would also tear you apart very quickly if you were on the receiving end, so it's better not to mess with. It's sort of overkill and very scary, which is the vibe that Sta-Tix usually goes for. And once again, humongous thanks to RobDEV for not only allowing this to happen, but also for the time and effort he sank into reviving Pixel Gun World. It is such chat activity. This is seriously one of the coolest things I have ever done. At least, it's very awesome to me. Alright, so now after that really long segment that you probably didn't retain any information from, how about we spin it like it's 2018 again, with an uncut gameplay with some random music over it like I used to do back in the day. Actually, you know what, I think I'm going to evolve from that and edit this one this time. Put a little bit more effort into it than Past Me did. Oh, and one last thing. If you're wondering while you're watching, I do actually play on controller, with no aim assist.
Is dripping on my eyes from behind. I can see straight into my mind. It's alright though, don't be scared, I'm walking with my eyes closed. If you wanna take that pole, better balance on a tightrope. Guys, there's a fine line that exists between your eyes when I'm staring at your face, bullseye. We are not afraid to fuck around until we make you bleed. Praying for forgiveness, wipe your bloodstains off of both my sleeves. Walking with a medal, hearing Michael shuffle in the dark. On my futuristic shit, I walk around like Tony Stark. Net worth on $1 billion, I'm really killing them. Deathstroke in a minute, man, ain't really feeling him. Death note down my back, a fucking rap skillion. Let rope round my neck, it's tied up to the ceiling fan. Run with the lane switch, motherfuckers hate this. When I pull up traffic, like a motherfucking pipe. Like I'm obnoxious, dirty on me popping. If you wanna learn what motherfucker, get to watching. If you wanna die today, I'll blast you with the 808s. Run, we're chopping that baby till they fade away. Run, we're chopping that baby till they fade away. Run, we're chopping that baby till they fade away. Opposition, how you gonna try me when you in no position? My time we're missing, how the fuck that happened? Think my time we're missing. Do not waste it if you wanna hang with me. I'll turn your life into a vacancy. Made up my mind so angrily, you're not safe for me. Just give me a moment, found a new strength, enjoying the potence. Lot of the game, don't live in the moment, just live in the hate. Survive to the morning. If you're lucky, don't touch me like Nike. I just be doing it. I spin wisely, keep moving. The please entice me, keep shooting. And then be silent with a tiptoe, popping at them Crisco. Leave the pop bubbling harder than water in Frisco. Switch up the flow now. I jump in the building, I'm kicking the doors down. But it's getting old now. Somebody reminded me to put my phone down. Cause ops lurking lately and people talking crazy. I don't even know who I can let in my Mercedes. There's always a letdown when there's not a shootout. Thought it was a dead night till somebody moved out. We stopped at the red light, just me and the crew now. Till somebody yelled out with the lane switch, motherfuckers hate this. When I pull up traffic, till your motherfucking bike. Like I'm obnoxious, dirty on me popping. If you wanna learn what motherfucker, get to watching. Run, we're chopping that baby till they fade away. Run, we're chopping that baby till they fade away. Run, we're chopping that baby till they fade away. Run, we're chopping that baby till they fade away.
Bro, I'm denser than osmium, dude. The whole time I was doing that, I was calling it the Mave-rick. It's the Maverick. What the fuck?